Taipei-Shanghai Forum. Mayor Chiang welcomes delegates with call for peace. Magnitude 3.9 quake jolts Chiayi. Expert warns of possible larger tremor. Taiwan faces surge in scams. Over 126 billion new Taiwan dollars lost in fraud cases. Singer in Iran arrested after performing on YouTube without a hijab. Cyclone hits French territory of Mayotte. Drone detection tech deployed in NY. South Korean president is impeached. AI-powered weather model key to future forecast.
Hello, I'm Wade Lee. Thank you for joining us on Funday News. It is Tuesday, December 17th, and here are your top stories. And in local news, Taipei Mayor Zhang Wan'an hosted a welcome banquet for Shanghai Deputy Mayor Hua Yuan and delegates, emphasizing peace and exchange. Referencing Tong Yao, Zhang highlighted overcoming challenges to strengthen ties. A 3.9 magnitude earthquake struck Chiayi County, causing fourth-level shaking in Chiayi City. Expert noted increasing crustal movement in central Taiwan, raising concerns about a larger quake. Police reported over 18,000 fraud cases in November, with losses exceeding 12.675 billion NT dollars. Daily cases in December averaged 500 to 600, with fake investment scams being the most common. And in global news, a woman was arrested in Iran after posting a video of herself singing without a hijab on YouTube. Despite the Iranian's parliament's passage of a new, stricter law on women's modesty that has drawn criticism from rights groups. Parastu Hamadi shared a 27-minute video of her concert performance on Wednesday, in which she sang in a sleeveless dress with her hair down, accompanied by 4 male musicians. In the caption, she described it as an imaginary concert and invited the audience to imagine this beautiful homeland in Iran.
The performance was recorded in a caravanserai, a term for the roadside inns historically built along the Silk Road to provide merchants and travelers with places to rest as they journeyed along the ancient trade route spanning North Africa to Central Asia. Ahmadi described it as, where history and our myths intertwine. An Iranian lawyer stated that Ahmadi was arrested on Saturday over the performance. He said he was unaware of the charges, the arresting agency, or the location of her detention. Iran's judiciary confirmed that a case has been opened regarding Ahmadi's performance but did not specify the charges. Reports indicate that 2 of the men performing with her were also arrested.
Rescue workers rushed on Monday to reach the remote French territory of Mayotte in the Indian Ocean after the archipelago was devastated by Cyclone Chido, the worst storm to hit the region in nearly a century. While the official death toll is at 14 people, officials in Mayotte feared that hundreds, if not thousands, of people had been killed by the storm on the densely populated territory, home to around 300,000 residents. French authorities reported that entire neighborhoods had been flattened and the public infrastructures, including airports and hospitals, were badly damaged.
Damage to the airport control tower meant that only military aircraft could land in Mayotte, complicating the rescue response. Electricity has also reportedly been knocked out across the archipelago. Rescue workers, soldiers, medical personnel, and supplies have been sent from France, as well as from the nearby French territory of Réunion. Mayotte is regarded as the poorest territory under the sovereignty of any European Union nation. However, it still draws a significant number of economic migrants from nearby nations that are even poorer, due largely to the implementation of the French state welfare system there. The French Red Cross said around 100,000 people live in makeshift slum dwellings on Mayotte, and that most of these had been completely destroyed by Chido.
Governor Kathy Hochul says U.S. officials are sending a drone detection system to New York after questions about mysterious objects in the sky over the East Coast and beyond have grown in recent days. Hochul requested federal assistance after drone sighting forced runways at Stewart International Airport in the States to shut down for an hour last week. Hochul wrote on X on Sunday, in response to my call for additional resources, our federal partner are sending a drone detection system to New York.
She said state governments needed more power to deal on their own with the small, uncrewed aircraft that have also been reported in New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Maryland, Connecticut, and Massachusetts. Further west, in Ohio, drone sightings led to the closure of Wright-Patterson Air Force Base for about an hour on Friday night. Hochul said, Congress must pass a law that will give us the power to deal directly with the drones, after promising last week to do whatever it takes to ensure New Yorkers remain safe. On Sunday, Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas confirmed the sightings included drones as well as manned aircraft commonly mistaken for drones. He told ABC News that he knew of no foreign involvement related to the sightings.
South Korean lawmakers voted Saturday to impeach President Yoon Suk-yeol over his failed attempt to impose martial law, which plunged the East Asian democracy and key U.S. allies into chaos. The vote was 204 in favor, 85 against, with 3 abstentions and 8 votes ruled invalid. All 300 lawmakers in the unicameral National Assembly voted on the motion, which required a 2/3 majority to pass. After the motion passed, Woon Won-sik, the Speaker of the National Assembly, said, "Dear people, now go and enjoy the year-end parties."
The motion held that Yoon's declaration of martial law was unconstitutional and illegal because there were no signs of a national emergency and because he neglected to follow procedural rules, such as notifying the National Assembly in advance. Supporters of the motion included members of Yoon's governing People Power Party, PPP, whose boycott of an earlier impeachment vote had caused it to fail. Though the opposition controls parliament, it holds only 192 seats and needed support from at least 8 PPP lawmakers to impeach Yoon. Yoon was immediately suspended from state duties after the vote, with Prime Minister Han Duck-soo serving as acting president.
Accurately predicting the weather is hard, really hard, but a new AI-powered forecast model just hit a milestone that has experts saying your forecast could soon get more accurate and extend further out too. It takes a Herculean effort to keep pace with weather in an atmosphere constantly in flux. The task is so difficult and complex that a reliable forecast more than a couple of days in advance was unheard of just a few decades ago. A 5-day forecast in the early 1980s was only accurate about 65% of the time.
But better weather observations, more robust computing power, and innovations in how weather around the globe is modeled by computers have improved forecasts by leaps and bounds. Today, the same forecast hits the mark 9 times out of 10. Experts said forecasts took another step forward this month, thanks to GenCast, a new artificial intelligence forecast model by Google's DeepMind. According to a study published by DeepMind in the journal Nature, its forecasts through 15 days were significantly more accurate than one of the most well-respected traditional non-AI forecast models. Peter Dubin, a machine learning expert and head of Earth system modeling at the European Center for Medium-Range Weather Forecasts, home to the model bested by GenCast, said, "It's an impressive result. It's a big step."
The answer for yesterday was C, indifferent. The managers seemed indifferent to the employees' concerns about their working conditions. Did you answer correctly? Now let's delve into the news of drone detection tech deployed in New York. Number 1, sighting, 目击看到. There has been several sighting of a rare bird in the area this week. Number 2, mistaken, 被误认的，弄错的. He was mistaken for his twin brother at the party. Number 3, manned, 有人操作的. The space station is a manned mission with astronauts living on board. Next, we have a multiple choice question for everyone to practice. Which answer would you choose? You can write your answer in the comments section. The correct answer will be announced tomorrow. And that's all for today's Funday news. Be sure to tune into Funday news from Monday to Friday and click the link below to join Funday for free. I'm Wei Li, your host. I'll see you next time.